同学们好，今天我们要说一说第12课感谢和感激的语法。In this lesson, we are going to talk about compound sentences, and in this lesson, they cover compound sentences in two different sections. The first one is cause and effect conjunctions, and the second one is conditional conjunctions. Because they are just a little bit too much, so I'm going to separate them into two videos. So the first one, which is this one, the first videos, we are going to talk about what is compound sentence, and also we are going to talk about cause and effect conjunctions. Okay, so that starts here. Compound sentences. So what is a compound sentence? From your textbook, it says a compound sentence is a sentence composed of two linked clauses which are related in theme. In Chinese, a compound sentence is usually linked with conjunctions. For example, the most commonly used one, you guys all know this, 因为, 所以, because, therefore, or conjunctives. For example, adverbs 才, 就, and 却. 却 means but, yet, however. Okay, please note that 却 is a new word here. It is not listed in our vocabulary section, but you need to know how to write this word, and you need to know the meaning of this word, 却. Okay. So, the linking conjunction or conjunctive indicates the relationship between the clauses. Please note that by clauses we mean subject-predicate or topic-common constructions which are parts of a large sentence. In this lesson, we refer to any sentence that is linked to another sentence as a clause. So here, I want to talk a little bit more about conjunctions and conjunctive adverbs before we move on. Okay, so conjunctions, as you all know, have one job, which is to connect. They join words, phrases, or clauses together to clarify what the writer is saying. The present provides smooth transition from one idea to another. When a job of an adverb is to connect ideas, we call it a conjunctive adverbs. Some examples of conjunctive adverbs in English are words like besides, finally, however, otherwise. And please note, this is not written in the book. In English, we use a semicolon in front of a conjunctive adverbs and a comma after it. So you are using a semicolon in front of it, and after the adverb you put a comma. However, in Chinese, we just use a comma in front of it, and that's it. So you will see this in the examples I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, so let's continue. Go back to your handout. So conjunctions in Chinese usually occur as pairs. However, when the context is clear, one or both of the conjunctions may be omitted. A conjunctive, which is an adverb, may only occur in the second clause and is placed before a verbal phrase. So here are some examples of the paired conjunctions I was talking about and a conjunctive adverbs. So the first one, of course, let's start with 因为所以. Here are 3 examples I'm going to show you. They all mean the same thing, but you can see sometimes The second conjunction is omitted. Sometimes it's the first one, but they still mean the same thing. Because you often help him, he is very appreciative. 因为你常常帮助他，所以他很感激。So here in the first example, I'm showing you both conjunctions. Or you can omit the second one. 因为你常帮助他，他很感激。Okay? Third one. 你常帮助他 omitting the first one, 所以他很感激. Okay, all three of them are grammatically correct. So let's take a look of conjunctives, the adverbs. I am going to use 却, the new word, for example. Okay, example number 1. 他好好的. Please ignore that D pronunciation. It's just as fun that I'm using. The computer always choose D over the. I never had it show up the, but it's pronounced the. Okay. 他好好的却没来上课。好好的 means fine. 他好好的 he is fine. 却没来上课 but did not come to class. The second example. 你常帮助他 You often help him. 他却不感激 But he is not appreciative. This is awful, right? Please note that if there is a different subject in the second clause, 却 appears after the second subject. Very important. And here I also want to talk about the punctuation. See here, we only use a comma in front of the adverb. We don't use semicolon and then a comma after. Just a comma and that's it. That's very simple. Okay? So now, I want you to try this. 换你试试. Now it's your turn to try. Please pause the video. Use 因为所以 and 却 to make 2 compound sentences each. So which means number 1 and number 2, you should use 因为所以 as conjunctions in your sentence. And number 3 and 4, you are going to use 却 to make up 2 sentences. Okay, so pause the video here and come back when you're finished. Welcome back. Now, let's look at the first section, cause and effect conjunction and their compound sentences. When 2 clauses have a cause and effect relationship, the first clause usually indicates the cause, which is the reason, and the second one usually indicates the effect, which is result. The following chart is a list of the most commonly used paired conjunctions in cause and effect compound sentences. So what we are going to do here is I'm just gonna walk you through all these cause and effect conjunctions and examples. And after that, on page 5, you are going to do some practice on your own. When you're watching video, as always, please make sure you write down your questions or mark the handouts. Any word that is not clear to you or you think you need more explanation, please mark it, write something on it, so when we see each other in class, you can ask me questions or maybe you'll find answers from other students in your class. Okay, so let's get started here. The first one, 因为所以. This is the most commonly used one, so this is why we put it in the first one. Okay, 因为所以. So when the context is clear, 因为 or 所以 can be omitted. So here the examples, they all mean the same thing. Because of your help, the matter has been resolved. 因为你们的帮助，所以事情都解决了。因为你们的帮助 and you can omit 所以 you can say 事情都解决了 without 所以 that's also correct. If you look at the feature column, it says sometimes the 因为 clause, acting as an afterthought, follows the consequence clause. In this case, 所以 must be omitted. So if you look at the third example there, 事情都解决了, the matter has been resolved. 因为你们的帮助 is because of your help. The 因为 clause acts as an afterthought. Here I'll give you two more examples. If you feel a little bit confused about what that means, when I first read that, I feel like that is confusing. I don't know what that means exactly. So let me give you two examples. First one, 他没来上课. He did not come to class. 因为 because 他生病了 because he is sick. So at the beginning, you do not put 所以. You just start the sentence. He did not come to class because he is sick. Okay, second one, let me give you a scenario. You go to your friend's house during dinner time. They invite you to come eat with them. And you say, no, I'm fine. I ate already. Thanks. Politely decline. Thanks, because I ate at home already. So you can say, 我不吃，谢谢。我不吃 is better to translate into I'm not going to eat. Okay, I'm not going to eat. Thank you. 因为我在家吃了 because I at home ate. Because I ate at home. Okay, so that's the first cause and effect conjunctions. The second one is the new one. 由于因此 由于因此 has the same meaning as 因为所以。由于因此 is used more in writing than 因为所以。If you look at the examples here, they are the same example. 由于你们的帮助 because of your help. 因此事情都解决了 Therefore, the matter has been resolved. Or you can say 由于你们的帮助 and then dropping the second conjunction. 事情都解决了 the matter has been resolved. Okay, 由于因此 Move on to the next one. My computer is a little slow because she is a 7-year-old lady, very old for computer. The next one is using 由于 or 由于所以 okay. 由于你们的帮助事情都解决了 or you can say 由于你们的帮助所以事情都解决了 So this one is exactly the same as the last one. We are just kind of like swapping out 因此 and replacing 因此 with 所以 okay, but they all mean the same thing. And this one also is more like a written form compared to the first one 因为所以 Okay, so we have two more left. The next one is a new one. Well, actually, I'm sorry, three more. Okay, the next one, 是由于 is because of. 是由于 very important, occurs in the second clause to emphasize the cause or reason for something. It is also used more in writing. So let's look at the example. 事情都解决了是由于 is because of 你们的帮助 your help. Okay, put it in the second clause. Emphasize the cause or reason for something. The next one, 为了 Translation for 为了 could be for or for the purpose of. 为了 occurs in the first clause to provide reason. Example, 为了你的健康，健康 means health. 你得马上去检查你的身体。You must immediately go examine your body. So which means you have to immediately go have a physical examination. 为了你的健康 for your health. Okay, 为了你的健康。Last one here for cause and effect conjunctions. 只好 is from vocabulary. 只好 means resolved, have to, or be forced to. When you use 只好 in your sentence, that implied that you have no choice. You're kind of putting into a situation that you have to do something, okay? 只好 occurs in the second clause to indicate a result of the first clause. Example here, 事情越来越糟. The matter is getting worse. 我们解决不了. We cannot resolve it. 只好请你们帮忙了. Therefore, we have to ask for your help. Okay, so you have to, you have no choice because this is getting worse. It's out of control. So the only thing we can do is to ask for your help. Alright, so now we are moving on to page 5. Please look at your handout. On page 5, you are going to fill in the blanks with either Chinese or English. This part you're going to do it on your own. When I see you in class, we are going to check answers together with a partner first, and then we'll go over this section together. But this is your homework to complete this exercise at home. So please make sure you complete any blanks or any exercise section from page 1 to 5 before you come to our next class. 谢谢，下次见。